Hey everyone, it's Stephanie with My Time Fitness, and today I have a descending upper body workout for you. I have your warm-up and cool-down included. It's basically going to be 3 groups, 6 exercises, and we're going to descend those reps as we go along. So we're going to have 12, 10, and 8 reps. We're going to finish out with a burnout round before we cool down. So let me get my timer started and we will get started with our warm-up. So we're going to start out with arm cross swings. Just going to swing those arms across, controlled swings. And you can move those feet, get everything moving and warmed up. Next, we're going to do swimmer arms. We're going to split it forwards and back, half and half. Okay, just alternating those arms forwards. Just get a nice full range of motion. Okay, we're going to switch and go backwards. Make sure you're breathing. Now we're going to do a side bend plus a reach. We're just going to alternate here with a nice side bend and a reach. Just going to stay there for a couple of seconds. Then switch to the other side. Next, we're going to go into a moving row. You're just going to plant your feet and just pull and squeeze. Nice and controlled. And just slowly alternate the height. And really squeeze back there. Like you already have weights. Now we're going to go into a curtsy lunge plus a chest opener. Just set back. You don't even have to squat down. You can just step back if it's too much on your knees. But really open that chest up. Now we're going to do an alternating bow pull. So pull like you're pulling back on a bow. Switch sides and pull. Next, we're going to do a squat plus a row, kind of like a moving row like we did earlier. Bring it up high, bring it down low. Again, make sure you're squeezing on that pull back. Now we're going to do a good morning plus a fly. So we're just right here, hinge at that waist, and fly. Which really should put arms here easier. Slight bend in the knee is okay. Just keep that core tight. Now we're going to end with a boxer shuffle. Just on the balls of those feet. almost finished, then we're going to get in that first group of our descending upper body workout. All right, now we're going to get into our workout, so get your weights ready. So let's get started with that first group. So our first group is going to be 12 reps. We're going to start off with a chest press. So you're going to want to start at your lowest weight, and then as the reps descend, increase that weight. So I'm going to start off, I'll let you know what I'll be lifting. I'm going to start off with 12 pounds per hand. If you have a bench, use your bench. I'm just going to get up in a bridge and show you this way as well. Then you're just going to bring those arms up and down for 12 reps. Don't claim your weights at the top. Make sure you're breathing. You want to exhale at that hardest part of your workout. All right, and we're done with that one. Now we're going to move on to a reverse fly. So I'm going to start off with 4 pounds per hand, just because it's a difficult workout. Okay. Make sure you're not swinging those weights up there. You're going to want to get in a nice position. Make sure you have a tight core, nice flat back. Again, make sure you're breathing. We don't want to hold that breath. Now we're going to move on to hammer curls. I'm going to start off with 10 pounds per hand. We're just going to bring up that weight. Keep your arms pinned to your side. You don't want your elbows to swing out or get pulled up towards the front, because it'll help you out a lot. Nice and slow. Don't want to rush any range of motion. I think we're about on 10 now. Talking and counting reps is easier said than done. I think that's tough. Okay. Now we're going to move on to an overhead press. Again, I'm going to start out with 10 pounds per hand. You obviously lift whatever you need to lift for yourself. I'm just telling you what I'm lifting so you have an idea, but listen to your body. So we're just gonna start here and right overhead. And again, don't claim those weights. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you keep your core nice and tight. on, we are going to move on to a tricep extension. So, I think I'm going to start off with, 10 pounds. I'm just going to use one weight. You can use 2 if you want to, but I'm going to do just 10 pounds. And you got to bring this weight up and over. If you want, you can do a nice split stance. Kind of helps you keep your back neutral. And just straight up, keep those elbows nice and close to your head, out of your field of vision if possible. I don't know about you, but my arms are already burning, and we're on the first group. This is gonna be good. And our last exercise is an upright row. So again, I'm gonna use 10 pounds per hand. We're just gonna bring that weight just right up, and kind of like you're moving your elbows back, if that makes sense. But up and back. And just bring it right along your body. Nice and slow. There's no rush, no need to rush through every range of motion. I'm going to make sure we target it all. I think that was 12. All right, we're going to shake it out just a little bit. Just kind of shake it out. We're going to move on to the same 6 exercises for our second group, but with 10 reps. So we're going to want to bump up that weight just a little bit. Just whatever you feel that you can handle with good form. So we're going to start back with that chest press. This time I'm going to use 15 per hand. If you want to, you don't have to go up into a bridge. If you don't have a bench, you can lay flat too. It's whatever's easiest for you. And let's start it up. You obviously don't get as much range of motion when you're laying on the floor or in a bridge that you would on a bench, but it still works. That was 10, I think. So next we're going to move on to that reverse fly. I'm going to do 5 pounds per hand this go around. We do have a quick turnaround. There's not too much rest, just to keep up our heart rates. So here we go for that reverse fly. I'm making faces. Whew. I don't know about you, but my arms are burning. May not be able to go up past 5 pounds per hand on that one. All right, let's get on to our hammer curl. I'm gonna do 12 pounds per hand this time around. So again, just lift and down. Make sure you're always keeping your core nice and tight throughout upper body workouts. Core does a lot of work supporting the rest of our body, and it helps support our backs as well. All right, now we're going to move on to that overhead press, which I will be doing 12 pounds per hand for that as well. Okay. I'm going to swing them up here and get started. Looks nice and overhead. Make sure you keep breathing. Exhale at that hardest part. If you're like me, you're probably making lots of faces. Always making faces, can't help it. All right, moving on to that tricep extension. I'm going to do 12 pounds this time around. Again, you can get in that split stance if it's easier for you on your back. And next is our upright row. So we have this last exercise for group 2, and then we will get a quick water break. Much needed. All right. I'm only doing 12 pounds per hand this time around. So up and just bring those elbows back. Two more. All right, we're gonna have that water break. Get you a little bit of water. Make sure you come back, don't stop moving. Third and final group, 8 reps. Starting off with our chest press. I'm going to do 18 pounds per hand. Again, make sure that you're breathing through each exercise. Now we're going to move on to that reverse fly. I'm going to stick to 5 pounds per hand on this one, just because my muscles are telling me that they're getting tired, so. Remember, don't swing it up there, nice and controlled. If you need to drop your weights, do so. But remember, we are in our last group, so it's important that you lift as heavy as possible with good form. All right, we're moving on to the hammer curl. I'm going to do 15 pounds per hand. Remember to keep those elbows pinned to your sides. Okay, now we're going to move on to that overhead press. I'm going to try to do 15 pounds per hand, so we'll see. All right, now we're going to move on to that tricep extension. I'm going to do 15 pounds. Again, split stance if you need it. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale at that hardest range of motion. I tell you right now, this burnout round is not going to be fun. All right, we have our last exercise of that upright row, and then we'll go on to our burnout round. I'm going to try 15 pounds per hand for my upright rows. All right, let's do this last set. Remember, nice and slow off the body. Pull those elbows back. All right, done with that. Shake it out a little bit. Then we're gonna get into this burnout round. 30 seconds, one time through, 4 exercises. All right, let me set my timer. It's only 2 minutes, so we can do this. All right, let's get it done and we can get on that cool down. We're gonna start off with push-ups. I'm gonna do mine off my knees. You can do them full, whatever works for you. We're over halfway done, keep going. All right, now we're gonna move on to reverse fly pulses. I'm just gonna do body weight. So you're basically gonna go to that hardest range of motion and that reverse fly and just pulse. We're more than halfway done. Let's keep them up there and pulse. Keep breathing. All right, we're gonna move on to forearm circles. And our last will be reverse. About halfway done. I know it burns, but keep going. If you want to use weights for these, be my guest. But body weight is enough for me at this point. 30 more seconds in reverse. We've got this. Enjoy that burn. If you need to relax them for a second, go for it. But if not, you can keep them up there. We got less than 15 seconds. Just breathe through it. Woo. All right, we're done with that burnout round. I'm definitely burning. I don't know about you, but yikes. All right, I'm gonna get our timer set up for our cool down. We have 11 exercises, 30 seconds each, straight through. So let's get into it. We're gonna start off with a ventral and lateral swings. Just, you can do a side step. Just bring down that heart rate. Just whatever feels good. Whatever feels good to your body. Kind of just feel it and shake it all out. Next up, we have a side bend plus a reach. We're just gonna alternate. Slowly bring that heart rate down. Keep breathing. You can hold it for a few seconds longer than we did in the warm-up. Get a side stretch. Just slow down that breathing. We're going to do shoulder rolls next. You start going backwards. We'll split it in half. This nice and big, slow shoulder rolls. Now we're going to switch. I'm going forwards now. Just get every range of motion in there. They did a lot of work today. Now we're going to do an arm cross with a hip flexor stretch. Just pull it across. Just tilt back a little bit so you're tilting your pelvis so you can feel it in this hip flexor. And pull that arm. And try to drop your back foot down and give you a nice stretch through that hip flexor. Now we're going to switch sides. Your heart rate should be starting to come back down at this point, so. But keep breathing. Next up, we have a tricep stretch. Just bring it back. I'm going to bring it back, touch between those shoulder blades, and just pull with that opposite arm. If you want to, you can lean a bit off to the side and get a nice side stretch too. Now we're going to switch. Shake that out real quick. Switch sides. Get that bend in there if you need it. Next, we're going to do a wall chest stretch. So just come over to the wall, put your hands up, and lean back. We're going to switch our leg position halfway through, just so they can both get a nice stretch. It's a good hamstring stretch as well. We're going to switch. Next, we're just going to lean over with the
Wide leg stretch. Bring those arms up and overhead. Let them fall forward as much as possible. And bring those arms down if you need to. Kind of move around in the stretch. Feels really good on your hamstrings. Next, we're going to come down. We're going to thread the needle. So we're going to get in the child's pose and just thread that right or left arm through. Feels really good on your shoulders. And last, we're going to just thread our other arm through the other side.
All right, we are all finished. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I know my arms are definitely going to be feeling it tomorrow. You'll have to let me know if you're feeling it tomorrow. And if not, you can do it again next time and bump up that weight. But other than that, I hope you had a great time and hope you feel really, really good about yourself. I know I do. And I hope you come back to work with me. See ya.